Plain Jane on my wrist, for real. LV on my chick, for real. Waco taking risks, for real. Went through hell to get to this, for real. I'm not pressed with making lists, for real. I stay low and stack my chips, for real. You keep looking for a flip, for real. That's not wealth, that's rich, for real. 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 Really real. Really real. Really real. Really real. For real. For real. For real. For real. No liens on the whip, for real. I get bored, I take a trip, for real. Take a loss, I never trip, for real. Been in shock, I'm not a lick, for real. Don't trust the soul, it's on my hip, for real. Make a move and you get hit, for real. No pictures by the crib, for real. Can't let them know just where I live, for real. 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 Really real. Really real. Really real. Really real. For real. For real. For real. For real. Plain Jane on my wrist, for real. LV on my chick, for real. Waco taking risks, for real. Went through hell to get to this, for real. And it's only 8 a.m. I don't do it for the gram. I know I'm a little man. At my 2020, whoa, whoa. Woke up to deposits and it's only 8 a.m. Do it for the fam, I don't do it for the gram. Do it for my daughters, do it for my little man. That's my 2020, reason why I win. Lot of missed calls, looking bloody in my call log. I bet to myself, I'm not sorry that I logged, dog. Check my mental health, I was feeling like a lost dog. Bounce back and wipe my paws off. Get it off the humble and I stick to what I know. Nights on top of nights, long nights took a toll. Took some steps back, but I still get up and I go. And now you know, I'ma make some and I'ma spend it, yeah. New Jeep, no doors with it, no. I won't stop now, who you kidding, kidding. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it, I'ma send it, I'ma send it. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it, I'ma make some and I'ma spend it. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it. Pressure on me daily, got the family on my back. Dreams are getting bigger, put the city on my map. Wrote inside my palm, but I'll try not to get attached. Moment that is here could be over just like that. Fast car, no NASCAR. I was never working hard, I guess I'm mad smart. Top speed like a rocket, it was blast off. 6 figures from my couch without a mask on. Waited for my cycle like a laundromat. Going to the moon, it's on top and that. 2 straight years of dropping back to back. Epidemic jumping like an acrobat. I'ma make some and I'ma spend it, yeah. New Jeep, no doors with it, no. I won't stop now, who you kidding, kidding. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it, I'ma send it, I'ma send it. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it, I'ma make some and I'ma spend it. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it.
Good morning all. Hope everyone is well, hope everyone is doing good. Let's have a look, we're all systems go or what? Should be. Alright, yeah, we look good. Alright, Bank of Japan yesterday, we had some news, not yesterday actually, overnight. Interest rates, right? Not interest rates, sorry, inflation data. And yeah, man, you know, very, very interesting data came out here. It came back worse than expected. So even with them pumping money into the economy and all of the above, what are we seeing? We're seeing numbers come back worse than expected. Where was that? Here, look, numbers came back at 2. They were expecting 2.3. We're not seeing inflation go up. They still have the de-inflation probably problems. And yeah, you know, that's what we're seeing here. That's what we're seeing. We're seeing a de-inflation, and it's just keeping the yen weak here, keeping the yen weak. And yeah, you know, this is basically what we're seeing happen. And surprising, man, surprising that they can't even hold interest rates with all of this going on, let alone, you know, keep it stable. BTC is mad, yeah, it's great, man. It's super good. uh GJ buys, yeah, I think there could be an opportunity here. Let's go ahead and do the analysis. Previous daily closing bullish here, which is nice. Nice bullish close on daily here. We don't have to look back. We know we have a 4-hour resistance here that we tapped yesterday. So we're bullish on daily here. 4-hour time frame has closed weak bullish right now. So not the strongest bullish close, but nice rejection wick retesting back into this zone here. Now, price might want to go back and retest around, you know, 191. Maybe as high as 190.54 here, or even higher. You know, if we could get the continuation, we could see that here. I would have liked to see more of a stronger bullish candle close here. Would have been more confidence inducing. Maybe something a little bit higher here. I would prefer, it would be great right now if we could just dump a little bit and grab liquidity a little bit lower, and then start to flip and break its own 4-hour high. I think that would give great opportunity for buys here. I think an early option could be just break of its own high here on the 4-hour, especially if this 15 closes bullish. It's just very early. Not sure how comfortable I am keeping stops right there. I think you wouldn't have to run it here. You'd run it 18 pips would be a little bit safer. And your range here is around 15 pips. You would pretty much want to be taking profit at 191. That's what I would be looking at. Yeah, 191 would be the spot. And if we get anything plus, it's nice. So yeah, it's pretty straightforward here on GJ. I'm still bullish. Bias is bullish here. Based on news, it's bullish. So, you know, everything is basically pointing up. We do have a resistance right here. Something closing above this resistance will be quite nice here, you know. Yeah, something closing above this resistance should give us continuation. Will also be the 30-minute resistance here as well. 4-hour rejection wick. We'll see if that still becomes relevant. We can use it as like a midterm time frame type target here. I think we can. Yeah, we're seeing it still react here, right? That's why I'm gonna still keep it. Still being relevant here. It's reacting. That's where our top wick came to. Yeah, so we can still use this as a watch, but realistically the zone here is 191.42 here. 191.42. So I think, yeah, if we could close above here would be nice for buys. I think if you base it off 4-hour time frame and run stop somewhere below, you know, 700, or just give yourself a little bit of room here, I think just breaking this high here could be based on 4-hour time frame. But I wouldn't again expect that to be just a straight push, you know. That could just range in here for a little bit, and then you rely on probabilities. Would have been nicer to see if we had a stronger bullish close here, right? That would give us better opportunity for upside here. Yeah, you know, something like these type of closes here. Nice strong bullish close. The last time we took a 4-hour trade, like this is the scenario we're in right now, right? This is the same type of close, right? So you can get some upside, but then it just ends up being top wick to flip down. It's the same size bullish close here, but these bigger, stronger bullish closes give a lot more confidence. So I'd rather see some sort of close like that. But now what it's doing right now is great. If it re-breaks its own low here, grab liquidity, then flip, then yeah, I'm super interested. Super interested. That would be great if it can do that. Come down, maybe if it can break these lows here at 197.21 and then go back and break the highs, I'm sold. just take it. I'll write the check, no problem, you know. So yeah, let's have a look here at gold on the other hand. Okay, start off on the daily time frame here. Yesterday on gold we did have a small push down, and you know, ended the day with a rejection here. So daily candles bearish, but you know, not giving us much information in terms, we're still in the exact same spot we were yesterday, literally the exact same spot in terms of opening, you know, daily open here. So we just came down, retested, rejected. So we can't, you know, use this as a full, you know, breakdown candle that sells are going to make sense. But you know, if we do start breaking down on 4-hour time frame, we can look for this wick to be filled. Gold is just stuck in this little bit of a range here. But based on what we're seeing here, you know, 4-hour time frames are creating good supports, breaking structure here as well. So I wouldn't be surprised here to see some form of you know, upside movement here, and upside does kind of make sense here. So let's go ahead and mark up everything. That daily resistance is fine here. We do have an earlier daily resistance. 4-hour resistance can be moved down to here. Boom. This one I don't think is relevant. That's no longer relevant. Move down to 1 hour. That is fine. That is still 1 hour support, so we can keep that. This 4-hour, even though it's relevant, price is really not caring about it. The daily resistance here. Okay. Yeah, that's a little bit tough zone. You probably want something. I think the earliest buys you can take depends on how big this range is. Let's have a look. 15. What we got here? 9 pips. And that's without a close above. So if you were to close above, it's a bit tight in here. It's a bit tight, you know. We're quite close. I would love to see a 4-hour close above here. That would give nice continuation. But I think your only option is going to be either waiting for pullbacks down to the bottom of the range here, seeing some sort of change of structure to come back to the top to give you range to trade. All we need is range to trade. This is not really the greatest range. I think something closing above 2034 here, if you can get a nice close like this after London Open, because that's when we've been seeing volume on gold, breaking the high, you could try trade to this resistance, and if it rejects this resistance, then you can just close break even. But your job in this trade would be to try break through and get to the daily resistance and see if you can get a little spike like a 1-to-1, because it's only 9 pips to that. So that would kind of be your goal there. So yeah, that's basically gold, right? So I'd be looking for buys on sells. Is not ready yet. I think if you're gonna try sell gold, you probably need, you could try this, but I think again this is a tiny range here. Yeah, 12 pips, again very tight range. I think the best sells are going to be below this previous 4-hour resistance here at 2030. Even though it's quite a while away, I think that's where sells are going to make sense. You have bigger range and you stay out of this messy range here, which is going to chop you up. So yeah, that's what I would be looking for on gold. So 15-minute here has closed bullish here. Yeah, breaking this high, I'm going to try 4-hour time frame buys here. I'm going to try 4-hour time frame buys, half risk, because I don't trust it being such a strong close. But I will give it a shot breaking these highs. More of a higher time frame trade. Probably leave stop somewhere down here, 713 or something. So we'll see if we can break above those highs. Get a something like this above. First time I see you execute before London Open. Yeah, it's based on 4 hours, so I'm not too worried because it's higher time frame. 2.5 pips spread on my side. Yeah, I'm about 0.9 pips. $2.5 is way too much. We'll see how this thing wants to act. I hope this can flip bearish and go grab liquidity. I would feel so much more confident taking this if it could go grab liquidity. Anyways, that's the analysis, guys. If you guys enjoyed the analysis, you know the drill. Can we do the YouTube business, please? I would appreciate that. How much of us? 422 of us here in the YouTube stream here. If we get the likes up to 200, would appreciate it. Hate to say it, but part of the game. You guys know the drill. You guys know the drill. Done, man. Thank you for leaving a like. Appreciate it. How many likes we got? 100 likes. Uh-oh. What is YouTube business? It's just a simpler way of me asking if you're enjoying the stream to give a like, because many people who, I don't know, I just don't, I think it's a bit cheesy to say, oh, can you press the like, you know, like and subscribe. It's annoying, but it's mandatory. It's mandatory, so I guess I just named it YouTube business. Easier to say, and people who know, they know, right? Setup 3 on 1 hour, is this more reliable? No, then we'd be closing at a resistance here. Yeah, if it closes like this, then it's fine, yes. Yes, around 25 minutes from now, bullish pressure came in. That's interesting statistic. While we wait, what is the most expensive thing you have in your room? That's an interesting question. Probably my watches. Yeah, that would be the most expensive. Your spirit? No, that's priceless. Are they rollies? Yes. Why different brokers offer different spread? That's the service they offer, right? Based on their liquidity and stuff like this. Your chat? Yeah, chat is pretty expensive. Time expensive chat is. Hi, I wanted to thank you for all the educational videos you've been putting your time and effort into. I've been trading for 3 years now, picking up nuggets from you, loving the streams too. Amazing. Well done, man. I'm glad to hear that. I was looking at my statistics. I saw that Thursday I lose more of the time. That's interesting. Why just Thursday? Out of every single day, Thursday. Is 2.5 pips spread huge for GJ? Yes. On current chart, burst candles on the left count as an LTA? Yes, they do. Stats of 37 trades? Yeah, that's good. I don't really have the same, actually. You have to check, are they in NY or London? That's your next step. Check if they're in NY or London. Bet entry of 30-minute closes above? Yes. You have to check on MT5? No, I'm saying you check if your 37 trades are in NY or London. Which one is more? When do you trade gold, London or NY? NY is best for gold. I'd recommend you trade gold during NY. In terms of a whole yearly standpoint. Need to sneeze. Excuse me. What do you think about electric cars? I think they're silly. They're very, very silly. You know, what's the point of having an electric car when all the production costs, the mining and all of this stuff, you know? Have you ever tried dropshipping any of these entrepreneurship trends, as I feel trading is the most reliable long term? I've owned online businesses. Right? I've owned online businesses, so I have tried all of that. Thank you, Ents. My spread is 21. Should I change brokers? It's a little bit high. 2.1 spread, especially with the ranges we have these days. If we had like 20 pip ranges, then you're okay with that. Did you mark up Asian high, Asian low? No, I don't. Even the new Cybertruck? Yeah, you need an engine, man. How many trades you take today? A day? Probably just like one trade a day, if even. All the loss take in London session? Then that's it. Stop trading Thursdays. But 37 trades is not that much. Need at least 50 trades before we can have a proper overlook. No, 100 is great, but it takes a long time. 50 is enough. Hello, great teacher. Do you have a Telegram group? You give free trade signals. Do you have mentorship group? I do have mentorship group. Telegram group with free signals? No. Stop trying to chase signals. They're going to make you lose money. Money is very precious. Why would you put it in the risk of other people's hand with not understanding what you're doing or, you know, what he's doing or anything, right? You have to understand. All right, guys, it's like 3 minutes till this hour closes. I'm not going to take this buy because this is rejecting. So I'm just going to wait. It's scared. Blue line still on? Yeah. Hi, do you remember how your London session were in November last year? Is that when we were coping with intervention or halfway through the month? I'm backtesting. I'm BE. No, November was fine. Oh, November last year. Yeah, that was before December. That was we were battling with interventions on September I think was intervention time. Yeah, we were battling all through September and November. No, November was a little bit slow. December was good. I need to win GJ to pay my bills this month. You're in a really bad spot, brother. I'll tell you that much. You are going to probably fail at trading long term, because if you're living paycheck to paycheck, it's too much pressure, man. What if you lose today? You're going to be even behind than where you are today, right? If you lose money today, you're going to be behind where you were, right? Not only are you going to be in a worse position, you're going to be even one less, because now you still need to win to make money. And if you lose, now you're going to have to win again and again to be back up. So this is just going to mess with your psychology. And guess what's going to happen is you're going to fail. Right? Because it's all a psychological game. You can't think like that. If you're trying to pay bills, you have to already have everything set up, man. You can't be stressed working month to month to pay bills, you know? You have to have savings so that you can account for this, because you have to reduce your stress in this game. Minimal continuations, plenty of fake outs in November. Yeah, that's why we weren't taking setup 1 much in November. We can actually see the stream record. 11. Let's have a look at 11. Here's 11. All right, let's highlight it. See what we got. Yeah, 15, 12, 17, 15. Yeah, pretty slow. But mainly the big losses were on gold. If I remove that gold trade, it would have been a lot better. Then it was pretty straightforward. Yeah. What setups were those? One. Yeah. What happened with this? Oh yeah, that's clean. That is clean. I'll take that every time. What about... Yeah, look. Remember GJ was messy, we switched to gold. Look, gold. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. All right, 1 hour candle open here. There's no bottom wick on the 1 hour. I would like to see a bottom wick made on the 1 hour before taking buys here. It's very hard for me to take buys without a bottom wick here, because this 1 hour could flip anytime. Even if I'm basing it on a 4 hour time frame, it's a little bit tough. Because, you know, this thing could flip any second here, right? And if this thing flips while I'm in a trade, then it's not going to look good. Even if I'm basing it on 4 hour here, you know, it makes it a little bit tough. Makes it tough for me to do so. I wonder if we have... I should have checked my broker if we have a bottom wick. No, my broker even has a gap here. My broker even is showing me a small gap. So yeah. Also remember these ranges, right? We need to measure these ranges. We want to be in very tight here, because that's like only 11 pip range here, 11, 12 pip range. So I want to be in pretty accurately here, because we don't have much margin here in terms of range to play with. We're only playing with a, you know, 16 pip max range in terms of realistically where we should look target. Conservatively 11 pips. Only John Wick upward. I didn't take it because no bottom wick. Yeah, I think high chance it can make a bottom wick here. If it does make a bottom wick and then reflips and breaks the highs here again, I think we can go. It's fishy. It's very fishy. Remember, this is a 1 hour time frame. It's not like just a 15 that we can ignore. That's the number one thing I said. It's the 1 hour time frame. But it's not now. It's going to skyrocket. You know it, man. Here's our wick. Imagine it comes like right here and then just flies. Like right here. Imagine. Coming back to make a wick? Yeah, high chance, right? Those are the probabilities here, right? That's why we can't take the trade, because if I was in the trade now, I'd be damn worried. I wouldn't be happy with this because I'd be like, Gold is freaking messy? Yeah, it's not the cleanest. Gold is not the cleanest at the moment. $1,800 from 900 in accounts. Profit started Feb. I got burnt down to 200. Now back to 600 after finding Harry's content. Thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome, brother. I'm glad that it's helpful and putting you on the right track. That's what we want to see. You remember you say you want to find ways to enter without wicks? Yeah, but that's towards bias, right? That's like if we open a candle without a top wick. Because today we're bullish, right? So if we open this candle without a top wick and then we came down to grab liquidity somewhere here, then we can just buy off that because we know at some point it should make a top wick, right? Good thing you didn't find now. Find what now? An excuse to enter? Yeah, exactly. I'll follow my rules, man. If this thing just went, then that's outside of my control, right? Especially on a 1 hour time frame. We do need a bottom wick. I'm in setup 2 from Asia. Nice, you're in from the wick. Nice. Here's our bottom wick. Look, nothing closed outside of the range, right? Just went, grabbed liquidity, messed everyone up, triggered everyone into buys, and then flipped down. So I want everyone to take note of this, to know why I don't enter without bottom wicks. Everyone asks me, why don't you enter with wicks? It's going, you're missing the trade, you missed the trade, they complain, but I'm avoiding times like this. It works 50-50. The perfect example. I mean, you could still survive it, but this is like bad drawdown to be holding, right? Because it didn't follow a plan. Like you're holding down the bottom wick of drawdown. How many lots do you usually open per trade, and how many times do you go into a trade daily? I trade once a day, and I would say probably my average lot size ranges between 8 to 10. Sometimes I push a little bit more. I don't base on lots always. Also, sometimes I watch my risk percentage. Be nice to see it break this low and then come back and re-break the high here. GJ's stupid today. Doesn't she know that results came back worse than expected? Seems to be a little bit slow. Give me a sec. Let me go pip and come back. Hit the gym. Oh, tips on creating discipline. Yeah, do a disciplinary task. Gym, reading every day. Can even be something simple as reading every day. Force yourself to read every day. What would be more effective for me to stop looking for a live trade, focus on backtesting? You can do a bit of both. Alright, what are we doing here? Because you'll learn a lot in the live markets as well, man. So you can even live trade with like super low risk, you know, $5, $3, whatever. Just to get used to that feeling, you know, increase it slowly as well. Hey mate, is it necessary to learn fundamental analysis? It's important to understand fundamentals. If you don't understand fundamentals, can be something that will be a disadvantage to you, because at the end of the day, we want to find as much advantages as possible. And with me, understanding fundamentals has only given me an advantage. I see not understanding fundamentals as a disadvantage. I think this 15-minute close will give us a lot of information here. Around 1 minute 26 seconds. Hopefully it doesn't just piss off without us. Hopefully it can chill for a little bit. And we can get some good information. Or it can just do that and piss off. Yeah, I'm probably just gonna turn this into a session trade then. 11 pip stop, around 8 pips to here, 10 pips to there. I think that's what's best. See if we can get a bottom wick next candle. Alright, see if we can get a bottom wick here. Alright, once this flips and breaks its highs here, I'm gonna give this a shot to try get up to 191, put stops below this range here. I think that should be good. Nice bottom wick now. Below candle, I think I'll give myself an extra, little bit extra room. Probably around the 11 pip stop. Yeah, great bottom wick now. That's my stop loss as well. You copy me while even thinking. Can you explain how a bottom wick acts as a confirmation? Because most candles have. Like every time now, if you've entered without having a wick, you would have been put in some sort of unnecessary drawdown that we don't know if it's going to reflip. Of course, there is a chance that it will because we're bullish. But if it doesn't, then it sucks. You just lose a position for no reason. And also, bottom wick is grabbing liquidity to continue the move. 15-minute not clean today, so just watch the zones. Yeah, but that's all we're dealing with today, right? 4-hour clean, 1-hour clean, 30-minute clean. So the majority is clean. This is setup 1 or 5? This is 5. Thunder on 5. Yes. Might be worth to buy stop this because it might just pop really fast, huh? It wants to do it. Same scenario on GU. Yeah, it's trying. It's a little bit slow. DJ can touch 191.70. We have levels before that. 191 first is going to be a target. That's coming close. You can break above the high. Alright, that broke the high on my broker. So I got triggered. That broke it on my broker. Max target up here. Oh, damn. Let's go. All right. Nice. I go 0.33. Oh, why? Hopefully we can re-break its own high here, start to get back up to these zones here. That's what I look for. If you want to be super risk adverse, then obviously we tap this 15-minute resistance right here. So that could technically be a break-even point, but my month is doing okay here. I don't need to go break-even after 3 pips here. Based on my month here, I can manage this trade here, if anything. So I'm not too worried about this. Five-minute close here. Tap this 5-minute resistance almost. Yeah, it's a good 5-minute close. This was setup 5, yeah it is. Thirty-minute closes like this, yeah, we need to just survive 3 minutes. You guys took GU as well? Oh yeah, GU looks great. And a thunderstorm? Yeah, nice. Where's our volume like this? Why? What was that push? If it stops here, yeah, then it's just random, man. Lack of volume. It's weird. I mean, this is A plus, right? Everything is in our favor. Volume was there. We should have just got the push. So we just have to wait it out. My range to London open. 30 minutes more, maybe. Right, 30-minute closed here, leaving a little bit of a rejection. 15-minute closed with a doji here. Yeah, based on my month here, I'm happy to leave this here. But if you want to play it conservative, if it comes back to entry, you could consider, because it is closing with rejection. So I do expect this to come maybe back into drawdown here. It would make sense. So yeah, if you don't want to hold drawdown, then you can just be like mental BE here if that's something you want to do. But I'm okay with this. The ranges are not that big and I'm using my same risk, so it will not really take much. So I'm okay holding this for myself. What we need is to break this high here. But yeah, that was your chance there. If you don't trust this trade, if you don't want to hold some drawdown, that's your chance to get out at that spot there. So you had the choice. So you better not complain later if you're uncomfortable. But if you're comfortable like me, then we just sit here and wait. Nothing we can do. I got out, I'm feeling nervous this time. Yeah, you can always, it's always better to observe than to, have to put yourself through too much. Especially if you don't understand the position, blah, blah, blah. Based on your month as well. If you're having a good month, then of course you can afford to take shots like this. Because, if I was, let's say I needed to secure profits for this month, then what I would do with this position is, as I see it messing around at entry, I'll probably just close at entry and look for something easier. But the trades, and I'm doing that knowing that the trade still makes sense, but I'm just trying to look for something easier. And then if it would have played out, I would have noted down, okay, I'm feeling so comfortable in this regardless of SLTB because I know I'm following the rules. Yeah, that's how it should be. I wouldn't be surprised to see this come back and retest somewhere back inside the range here. Looking at 5 minute, we do have, you know, this zone here that I could come back and retest around 858. Yeah, 858. It could want to come back and retest 858. Top of the range here as well. What else we got? Lower time frame could come back and retest the support. So all the way down here is a possibility. So I guess I'll manage on anything closing back inside the range. Here's this retest that we're looking at here. So this should be the retest. What do you think? You're gonna hold or manage? It's very small ranges, man, and I can afford it, man. It's been a pretty good month, to be honest, so I'll give myself a bit of room. We're only 5 pips down. If you were to manage this, you'd manage it when I told you to manage at break even if you're uncomfortable holding drawdown. That's your spot to manage right there, which I was mentioning. Does Pip Labs have a bias indicator? Not yet, because that's an external indicator. We are working on a way to add external indicators, but all the inbuilt indicators that Tradingview has, it has. A little FU candle here has to respect these lows. If it can respect these lows, should be fine. See if we can survive this here. Shame we're not getting any bounce here. No bounce. Thursday not good for London session. Today is Tuesday, brother, not Thursday. We need a bounce. We need just some sort of bounce. There's been no relief here. So it's not looking good because it's very close to stops. We just need some form of bounce here. If this can just, you know, bounce up here, at least we have some space for bottom wick of the next candle. Yo. Alright, that's me out. That's nice. Unlucky. Part of the game. Got stopped out there. It looked really good, this trade. I'm super happy with this trade. Super happy with this trade. It was exactly what I waited for this morning. It's just lack of volume here, not in my control. 4 hour was bullish. 1 hour was re-breaking the highs. We waited for 1 hour bottom wick. We waited for 30-minute as well to re-break the highs. We didn't enter here. We waited for close. Then we waited for bottom wick of the 15-minute candle to close. We then broke it. On top of that, we did have a thunderstorm on lower time frames. So that was pretty good, right? Just weird price action for that just to come in. And only 11 pips stop here. So it's not like something we can't handle here. Yeah, it takes away one win here, but it's okay. We just ruined the win streak here. That's it. That's the only thing that happens is we ruin the win streak. But what to do? But yeah, you shouldn't be upset with this because you had a chance to get up break even if this was if this was a trade where you couldn't afford to lose. That was what I was telling you up here. If not, that's totally okay for me because I've accounted for this. I'm accounted for this. It's no problem. Now, if this 1 hour can close bullish back above here, then there'll be second options here. I just don't understand why it had to do that quick pump like that. Be very decent here. 30-minute as well to close above. Just to come back down. SL2 tied. Remember this was a 4-hour trade? No, I turned it to a session trade. Because then risk to reward on 4 hour on that entry wouldn't make sense, right? Because if we were taking here, look at it's a 21 pip stop. And realistically, our target is here, right? 15 pips. You really need it to drive to the top of the range. I know you turned it, but GJ didn't. No, because we had different price action, Claudio. We were entering break of 4 hour high, no closure. Now we got the closure. You remember? So if we just entered break of high, yeah, we have to run 4 hour stops because we're not entering based on 15-minute. It doesn't invalidate the 4 hour trade? Yes, it doesn't. Bank of Japan intervention? No, not yet. Watch this thing fly to TP here. But then I'll just look for re-entry. Maybe stop second structure could have been something, but that's always in hindsight. Nah, that was 30-minute low, 30-minute structure. Nah, man. That was 1 hour low as well. Nah. Yeah, but this is the most recent close, right? It's all in hindsight, man. If this never came back, you would have said great stop loss. We got great risk to reward because we kept tight stop loss. And if I held wide stop loss, then you would have asked me, why didn't you put stop loss higher? Because if it has to respect structure, it would have never broken it. So it's always the way. It's always the way. Gold did the close above that we were looking for. That's an easier trade there. So whoever took the gold plan here would have profited, right? Actually, no. I don't know if you survive this break even, right? Because you get break even at that zone. What's your stop loss here? 15 pip stop, 10 pip target. Maybe, because you would break even at this zone. Let's see, where would have your entry would have been? Your entry would have been, let's say here with spread. Let's see, 1 minute. Yeah, you would have just survived. You would have just survived. Just grabbing liquidity, looking to re-enter. Yeah, just need a plan to re-enter. Probably will be the same entry. This 1 hour close is going to be very important. If this 1 hour close is like this, then it's game over. Because that's just a liquidity grab, 1 hour closing bearish. Not looking good. Just hit TP with gold. Nice, well done. Part of the game, bro. On to the next one. Yeah, exactly. I'm not worried. You know what to do. That's outside of my control. I followed my plan. The way I was able to take these 4 wins in a row, 1, 2, 3, 4, oops, minus 11, it's the same way that this loss was also taken, right? It's just part of the game. Four-hour support 828. Which 4-hour support? Where this support down here? Yeah. What if I just kept stops below 4-hour support? 15-minute close below it? Yeah. Yeah, it did. But it's respecting this support. It just wicked down below this support. Close stream, bro. Go home and sleep. Harsh day. Yeah, man. Then you should probably close stream because I think you're feeling a little bit emotional. Which is fine. I understand. You're a beginner and you will feel emotional. But it's impossible not to lose, especially when we're using tight stop loss to have good risk to reward. Should I learn about macroeconomics as a Forex trader? I don't think it's a bad idea learning basic economics here. Right? I don't think it's a bad idea. I limit myself to 2% per day after losing this trade. Should I see if I had an opportunity? Depends on what percent you risked on this trade. If you risked 1%, then you're totally fine. Let me check how much I lost on this. Yeah, I'm totally fine on this trade here. I made more on the last trade, slightly. I would say basically it's almost practically break even compared to last trade and this trade. Break even? No, I'm talking about, no, I didn't get out break even. I'm talking about between my last trade and this trade, not now. That's definitely not break even, I tell you that much. Would you re-enter? Yes, if I have an opportunity, yeah. My stop's 790, look where it taps 789, yeah. What do we journal this one? Setup 5. It was a setup 5. Reason of loss? No. Why aren't you asking? Are you writing down your reason of wins? Do you write down your reason of wins? Nah, but I'm asking, is there a reason? But why don't you write down your reason of wins? That's more important than reason of loss. Because we take more wins than losses. Right? So reason of win is more important because you want to replicate that. Reason of loss here, what do you think? I don't think anything was wrong with this trade. For me, it was perfect. I think not followed what it did yesterday. Yeah, I mean, it's perfect, this trade, in terms of probabilities. People being emotional here, yeah, of course they will do. You know, it's because they don't know the full picture. But I explained this trade very clearly here. So I would hope that people understand what we were doing. Right? Trends price action, indecisive, bias shift. It's trying. It's just, it can't make up its mind at the moment. This trade I really liked because over Asian we retested. We came down, retested previous 4-hour support here. Bounced off 4-hour support. We broke 4-hour high first. Then we came down first to make a higher low here. Then we tried to break out again. It failed. Then we had the candle break the lows here. This is the liquidity grab candle. Then close above the range. Then we broke the high. On top of that, we had 5-minute support above the range. This 5-minute candle here retested the range. It doesn't get more confirmation. This is, how would you not take this trade? It's impossible not to take this trade. Everything came, right? Nice range formed. You had the early bottom wick of 4-hour made. Then we break out. Like, think about it like this. This is your break of structure. That's your first break of structure. This is the retest. Then not only do we break it, we get a re-break of structure. Then the next candle comes back and retests that on the 5-minute. And then we had a 15-minute closing outside of the range. And then we broke the highs. For me, it's like, that's super clear, man. If I didn't take that, I would be a little bit embarrassed at myself because I think that was an opportunity. Especially if that played out. If that played out and I didn't take it, then I'd be like, oh, damn. Why wasn't I involved in that? London open here in around 6 minutes. This 1 hour is going to give a lot of information. Closes like this, then it's game over for buys. It's definitely game over for buys. And for all my sellers in the market here, it could end up selling, but I think best sells will be below 732. Where's this 1 hour resistance coming from? Is this still relevant? No, we can move this down to here. Change this to S. Yes, you rather lose on a good trade than miss out. Yeah, but your job is to come here and to take risk. Like, if we're not going to take trades, then we can't profit, right? So it's like you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't, right? You have no in between. Tell him, Harry, tell him. No, it's fine, man. Yes, today's setup totally makes sense. I believe so too. I would take it again. If that comes tomorrow, I'm gonna take that trade. No problems. Can't win every time, guys. It's not how it works. It's really not how it works. I wish it was like that. I really wish it was like that, but unfortunately it's not. all your winners are 1-to-1. Some are more, just depends on the volume we're getting in the market. See, I'm happy. Look, now if we held the bigger stop losses, then we would have been hit on bigger stop losses, right? So I find always sticking to original plan, even if it ended up, you stick to a plan. And this is where we get messed up in the markets, is when we just try and manipulate something bigger and bigger and bigger. You know, just because we marry the trade. I never marry my trade. If I'm wrong, I accept I'm wrong. Because I don't expect to be wrong all the time. And if I am, then I need to check something. Something's going on, right? I'm obviously not doing. But so far, it's been good. To be honest, this is the first correct setup file that fails. First time I see this. Yeah. Especially when we, like, it wasn't like an open FU candle, right? It was an open, big, nice, like, we range for like maybe a minute. And then boom, we got like this huge volume. And price just looked like it was sustaining above entry. And then we had 5 minutes just come back and retest. 1 minute was looking great, holding supports. Even here, like, you know, even if you were to trade this off 1 minute, like this is very promising. Like all of this is very promising. Especially this one here, this is promising. Right? That candle even is not a problem. Just that was the first candle. But here you couldn't manage anyways. This is the first candle that gave the retest. Right? And that was a nice retest where we see the rejection. So even with that rejection, we would have been like, okay, good. The retest has been done. And then the next FU candle straight down. You know? 2-3 candles, what can you do? It's always FU candles that mess us up in trades, if you notice. It's always. Now it's just being nasty, grabbing liquidity from everyone, stopping everyone out, going back, making people FOMO. You know how many people would have FOMO'd into this trade on when they started seeing it push up again? And then they get stopped out on this candle. Now they see it reject again. They go again now. Now maybe they put tight stop loss below here. You know, it's how you get messed up. If this candle in last 2 minutes can flip bullish and close back above the resistance, then I'm interested for a re-entry. Right? Because that would do what? That would close the 1 hour candle bullish. I think we could get a wick fill. And then this will be the liquidity grab complete. I'm gonna go 2x risk on next one. I wouldn't recommend that, right? I wouldn't recommend that. See how this 1 hour candle is closing here? Yeah, not good. That's not good for buys here. It's not supporting buys. You need this 1 hour to close bullish. It's very important, right? Otherwise, we're just respecting. Otherwise, we're just respecting the resistance. 10 losses in a Tesla. Lol, man. Never fun. Choppy bullshit. Alright, London Open here, opened, pushing down already here. 30-minute closing bearish, 15-minute closing bearish, 1 hour closing bearish. Not looking good for buys. Not looking good for buys. I do think that maybe it wants to come down, retest these lows a little bit more. Yeah, it's just a classic little liquidity grab here. Is what it is. What has gold done? Gold rejected here. That was the trade on gold, but we were in GJ during that time. So yeah, I can put that on my gold journal. Look at GJ, no top wick dump. It's been a while, Harry. Hope you have been well. Win streamer. Thank you, Captain. I appreciate you. Appreciate the support as always. Yeah, this is now eating people up. Eating people up, this. This can break these lows and get back above the 1 hour support. This 1 hour has no top wick. Does it have on my broker? Because we needed to see it complete the liquidity grab. No, it doesn't. My broker doesn't have top wick? Yeah, mine doesn't. Do you consider sells below this zone? Yes, it could work. Below probably around, yeah, just a little bit lower here. Probably these wicks. Just want to be careful with the 1 hour no top wick. That would be against it. And we're still bullish bias, so that would be counter trend. But I would consider this second structure broken, especially that we've had liquidity grab up to come down. I got a small wick on broker from this candle. What broker? I don't have one on IC. Okay, yeah. I mean, you could base it off that. Just remember it is counter trend. What's on Claudia's TV? I don't know, man. Counting racks. That's who took all of our trades right now. That's what he's doing. All the idiot who took all our trades right now, that's what he's doing. Fucking us up. That's all of our money right there. Right, 5 minute candle did close below here. You'd expect next candle to come down. DJ been running whole Feb, yeah, that's why I'm bullish on it. It makes sense for buys. Waiting for 5 minutes setup 3 for downside? No, I'm not counter trend selling today. Because normally my bias would play out. So I expect it to play out. Setup 2 would be the shit. Yeah, it would be quite nice after this dip down here. Especially with 1 hour, no real top wick here. Oof, that could be nice. Why do people think Forex is a scam? Because it's a really hard skill, right? And you lose a lot of money, and a lot of people who teach it are scams, unfortunately, you know? So that's why people think it's a scam. It's pretty easy to think it's a scam when it's really hard, right? And you don't see, you either come into trading with amazing results in the beginning and then lose everything, or you come into trading and lose to begin with. You know, so that's what ends up happening. Anything successful is a scam, right? That's what people say. You know, you see successful people, they say, oh, they're a scam. It's just people's poor mindset. Because lots of people are scamming through Forex. Yeah, of course. It's, you know, every industry has it, but Forex is obviously a bigger scammer industry, unfortunately, which is why I made my channel to try avoid this. What's your average RR? 1 to 1. I mainly close at 1 to 1 because I'm happy and I'm using a lot size that it's significant for me to close at that, and it's almost standardized lot size. A lot of money behind Claudio? Yeah, I don't know what he's running, what operation he's running behind him. Dodgy operation. We still bullish on Gbpjpy? Ooh. Yeah, but I think it's trying to change bias right now. It's trying to change bias right now. We were bullish when we came to the session, but this is just an unlucky session where we get stuck in the middle of bias change, right? Because previous daily, very strong candle close here, right? Previous 4 hour gave us nice pullback, and now we had a support after rejection. So it looks like all it's doing here is trying to change bias, right? That's what it's trying to do. It's trying to change bias. Wonder what it just reacted off right now. That zone. Pretty heavy reaction. Look at this reaction from this zone. Interesting. 1 hour there. Yeah, an old 1 hour. It's a little bit above it, to be honest. It's a big reaction from that. Super interesting why it just picks that spot. No bottom wick as well, just like ripped. Might be reacting from Asian range low. Asian low is technically that is Asian low. Technically this one. Now the 4 entry would also be in, yeah, exactly. What entry did you try take, Maya? When was this? Oh, 1 hour. It's a bit early. But to be honest, you would have been in the same trade even if you took it at, even if you took it after the early option. So I don't blame you. Yeah, those 2 levels. For 1 hour flips, it could go, yeah, but it's just, you don't have much room to the 1 hour resistance. We just don't want to marry the idea of this thing going up just for it to range all day in here. You know, or try to come up just to break down, right? You want to be, you don't want to marry your idea, you know, that's where it gets dangerous, thinking that everything should go up now. Because it's doing exactly what we don't want it to do. Ever since we got out of the trade, it's gone down basically. Just right now it reacted off something and it's popping up a bit. So let price show us that it wants to continue up here. Right? Let 15-minute candles close and stuff like that. Hey Harry, studied the Asian range. It bounced off the top of yesterday's Asian range. Actually, no. Let's see where yesterday's Asian range was. Maybe you're right. We'll have a look. Yesterday's Asian range was here. That's yesterday's Asian range. So it did not reach there just yet. It just bounced off this range right here, but I actually didn't technically really reach it here. This was just our pre-session range. This was after London Open, not Asian. This was nowhere near Asian. If you're talking about this, then yes, this is Asian range, but we retested it early in the morning, right? So that was the bounce. We were trying to catch the continuation from that. Hey Harry, sorry for disturbing you, but do you always enter trade on your 5 minute? No, I always enter trade on 15. If you look at the journal here, you'll see most of the time 15, 15, 15, 4 hour, 15, 15, yeah, 15. 5 minute just can give us sometimes extra confluence, you know? Extra confluence can come on 5. So yeah. You know what I learned today? It's good for it. Where is it? I'm good on measuring the bottom of SL. Literally hit my SL, then decided to go up. Yeah, that happened to us when it hit mine, and then decided to go up. But it just ended up going down later. So I was not wrong. You know, I was not wrong. Alright guys, this is just dog water price action at the moment. It's not doing much here. It's not going down. It's not going up. Every time it tries goes down, it rejects just to end up failing and going down. Every time it tries go up, it rejects just to come back down. So I'm basically gonna call it here. Wait for more clear options before making any decisions. No need to jump into anything crazy here and try ruin my week or month, that is. You know, we're getting close to the end of the month here. No need to go mad. So yeah, with that being said, guys, thank you all as always. Many more wins ahead. You guys know the drill. It's part of the game. And yeah, I hope we catch you guys tomorrow. With that being said, take care, trade sharp, and hopefully catch you guys very, very soon. Peace. Yes, sir.